Greetings everyone, this is the hipster Snek, and today, we're on Snek Tries, I'm going to be having a look at Cooking Companions, which is the Appetizer or Demo Edition. It is free to pick up on Steam. Now, the full game went live this past October, I believe, and I've heard good things. It's very well written. Now, normally I'm not big on visual novels, maybe outside of the Phoenix Wright series, but I figured this would be an interesting change in pace, and maybe we'll learn a recipe or two, because I don't know if I've ever had the chance to mention it before or not, but I actually quite enjoy cooking. It's very fun, it's something great you can do for your friends, and if you're good at it, you can get a lot of acclaim. Now, I don't envy professional chefs. I hear you don't, really can't have a life if you do that as an occupation, but, let's just dive on in. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Oh, right. Not only is this a visual novel about cooking, it's also a psychological horror game, or so I have read. Catchy soundtrack for psychological horror. I hate to say it, you really outdid yourself with that vegetable stew. Vegetable stew is not really my jam, but okay. The Natalie seasoning was superb. Taste of dill and something else. Did you grow the herbs yourself? Have to share your recipe with me. You really go for fourths. Is anyone still hungry? That's a man after my own heart. I think if you have here, they're cooking a great meal for your friends. You know, cooking classes here. You'd be extremely successful if you forage the local produce. Like the squirrel on his shoulder. Is anyone listening earlier? I'll have the rest if nobody else is hungry. Gregor. Things are cooking again. Sorry, dishes aren't my thing. You guys are going to make me cook and clean up afterwards? Come on. Forcing steps as they clear out of the kitchen. Look at the pile of dishes and your mind starts to wander. Let's play hide and seek. That sounds much better than doing dishes. There's 5 of us to find. Can you find all of us? The red-haired woman should know where the basement key is. And I bet one of us is hiding down there. She's whittling something in the rocking chair right now. So watch out for that knife. Probably best to avoid the knife. Yes, I would say that's probably sound advice. As a leader of the Chompettes, it's critical all 5 Chompettes are gathered in the same place. Please don't forget any of us. Good luck. Cabbage rolls away and tries to hide. Maybe now's a good time to speak with Karen. Okay. Well, given my options, I guess I'll check out the living room. It's like she's just slicing away at that block of wood. Cabbage was correct, the knife looks sharp. Well, it would need to if you're whittling with it. Can I help you? What you doing? A wooden knife. You're making a knife with the knife. Okay. Do you want one? You can whittle me anything you want. Take your time. You're pretty charming, huh? I can whittle enough weapons for an armory if you let me. Oh ho. This is going in a direction I think I like. Shows Karen starting to blush a little. You're certain Karen will remember that. We bonded over a mutual love of sharp, pointy things. Go me. That sounds great. Oh yeah? I think there's knives and swords first. You can pay me back with a nibble of that ear. I can't tell if she's laughing or like making a humming sound. Karen will definitely remember that. I'm getting pretty hungry. You got me something from downstairs. The key should be somewhere in the kitchen. As you wish. Come back if you get lost. Okay. You'll have the Karen artwork in the extra section. Even the demo has unlockables. Say goodbye and head for the kitchen. Thankfully, there's not too many places for a cabbage to hide. Tutorial, you never know what you find around the cabin. Clues and secrets can be revealed by checking an area more than once. Why not give it a try? What area do you want to search first? Let's check the cupboards first. First few cupboards are empty. Behind the woodpile, nothing but cobwebs. Thankfully, no spiders. Cauldron, here's some rustling around. Found her! Oh, Cabbage is a girl. Okay.
Whee! Cabbage!
You found me! Well done. Found her. As leader of the Chompettes, you don't need to convince me. I'm coming with you. Cabbage has joined the party. 4 Chompettes to go. What's next, Cabbage? Focusing on the mission ahead. Finding the Chompettes. I cannot tell if you're real or if I'm the one going crazy. I heard some noise coming out of the bedroom. Maybe that's a good place to search first. Probably. Great, I'll meet you there. Oh, it talks in like a gibberish speech. Cabbage rolls down the hallway. Will she lead you to another Chompette? Huh? Radio? What's going on with the radio? You didn't even notice it on the ground when you walked in. Did somebody leave this radio here? It looks newer than anything you've seen before. Seems to be broken. Maybe you'll pick a signal up when you're looking around the cabin. Better hold on to the radio. We got the strange radio. Time to see what Cabbage found in the bedroom. Do I click on the area? Doesn't seem to do anything. Let's check out the bedroom then. Oh, I thought you'd still be fending off that glutton Gregor right now. I found a book under one of the beds. Do you know what the cover says? I know it's only 2 words long, but I can't make out the title. I'll tell him what the title is. Ah, Cabin Cooking. Terrible title. Alliteration is so childish. Speaking of cookbooks, what's for lunch tomorrow? Maybe I can forage special ingredient for you. You tell him. Interesting. I think that'll pair nicely with wild yarrow. Yeah, I totally don't remember that. There's no sense making fun of them. It seems like we're all living in the same house together. I will look for someone around the cabin. Talk to you later. He seems nice. You want the Anatoly profile in the extra section of the main menu. At least he and I bonded over something that wasn't innately violent. Time to find onion. Onions are smaller than a cabbage, so this might be more difficult. Where do you want to check first? Well, let's check under the beds. If you found a book under there, maybe there's some other neat stuff. Under both beds. Just some dust and hair. You conclude someone must have slept in these beds at some point. Is this not my house? What? Check under the floorboard. It looks like there's a bone under the floorboard. I don't know if I like this. I notice a bone sticking out. Is it a human bone? Nope, chicken bone. Gross. That's just... I went from creepy to just unhygienic. Inside the nightstand. He is here! Don't be a crybaby, it's just me. Onion. No matter what I look like, I assure you I'm sweet. The onions get sweeter the longer you cook them, so you may not want to make that proclamation. Honest. Did, you sprint here? You're drenched in sweat. I can smell you coming a mile away. Gross. Do I have working water and, like, a shower in this house? I'm beginning to question a lot of things here. I don't have a nose. But if I did, I'd probably lose my lunch. What do onions eat? When's the last time you had a bath, Stinky? Hey! Don't answer that. Just join me in the boiling water sometime. Okay, that's... I'm not showering with an onion, I'm just saying. It really loosens the meat off those old bones. Got a fun factoid for you. You know what's good for a sore throat? Me! Onion! Just chop me up, mix me with... I'm not giving you the answer here. I'm buzzing with excitement. Water, rosemary, blood, mustard, honey. Water and onion is just soup. Rosemary, that's a maybe, because spices have been claimed to have curative properties since ancient times. Blood is, not something you want in your throat if you can avoid it. Mustard, I don't know, clear your sinuses out at least. Probably a terrible aftertaste. I'm gonna guess honey. That's correct. Oh, wow. That was a blind guess. I legit had no idea. I was just thinking that honey has always been said to be good for allergies and when you're sick because it's because of the pollen content. Sulfuric compounds help soothe your throat, and the honey just tastes great. Of course, I'll come with you. Onion has joined the party.
Hello.
Glad to have you join us, Onion.
Boy, boy.
No problems. Nothing else to do today. He's telling the truth. I heard Bread making noise in the living room. You know how loud he can get.
Cabbage.
Bread? The one and only. Chompets. Let's move out. Your party's quickly expanding. 3 Chompets left.
4, 9,
That legit surprised me.
1, 7, 2,
Am I tuned into a number station?
4,
Strange radio picked up a signal.
8, 6, 3,
I do not know what language that is.
0, 4, 8, 6, 3,
Anyone in the comments want to take a guess what that means?
8, 7,
I'm not sure what the purpose of this broadcast is.
9, 5,
You were hoping the strange radio would play upbeat music or something?
9, 6, 1,
Oh well. Now
7,
he's focusing on this right now.
2, 0.
I mean, it sounds like a number station, but I was looking everywhere for you. I already licked some of the bowls clean, so need to wash them. I almost read it as no need to wash them, so thank you for catching me there, Gregor. I appreciate it. Wouldn't want to waste anything, right? I'm a growing guy. Yeah, growing only in one direction. I was about to make that joke. Things are cooking dinner for us today. All of us time to work on our hobbies. Karen with her whittling, Anatoly with his herbalism, Mariah with her studies, and me? I'm just here for the food. You should double the recipe next time. Wow, dude. It sounds like I made a lot to start if you were having 4, and now you're telling me to double it. So none of us go hungry. Yeah, okay, big guy. Don't worry, I get it. I'm a big eater myself. I sympathize. Terrible idea. Anyway, go over to check out those beds. Sleeping on the couch has been killing my back. I think you seem like a tall guy. Like, once you're over 6 foot, lower lumbar support's a big deal. Later. You want the Gregor profile in the extra section of the main menu. Couch looks like a good bed to you. Bread must be around here somewhere. Where do you want to check first? Check the bookshelf. Various books on a wide variety of topics. No time to read them now, though. Mousehole? Whoa. Found me! Everyone's secretly favorite chompet, Bread. Don't you loaf me? Ho ho ho. That joke works in multiple directions. My cousin Cornbread taught me that one. He has hundreds. No, thousands of terrible puns. Ah, so he's my kind of guy then. He's my role model. Oh, man. That's terrible. What do you need? You tell Bread about gathering the chompets together. That's a pretty crummy idea. Remember what happened last time? No. What happened last time? With Potato? I mean, you're going against the whole grain here. You really want to help us out? I'll come with you if you pass my culinary quiz. Oh boy, I'm getting another quiz section. You've always been good at cooking stuff, so this should be a piece of cake. No eyeballing measurements today. You're being exact. No dashes, shakes, or adjusted touches here. This is a math quiz. Oh, good. Now I'm playing Baldi's Basics. Here we go. 1/4 of a teaspoon is 1.25 milliliters. Am I going to have to resort to asking my Echo for help? My special bread recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of salt. How many milliliters would that be? 3.5? Crud, no, I'm doing my math backwards, aren't I? You know what? That's wrong, but your heart was in the right place. And now it's going to make fun of me because I got ahead of myself with the question. I'll come with you. Well, at least you decided to take mercy on my stupid Sneky head. Bread, welcome. Glad to have you on board, Bread. Of course. Should have told him I don't do math. Let's go find Raspberry. think I heard her over by the basement door. Perfect! Chompets, mosey out! You have 3 Chompets in your party. 2 more to go. Sounds like we're still on that number station, but with worse reception. Sounds similar to the broadcast from before. Pretty annoying. Do these numbers mean anything? Probably not. At least they are. And we've confirmed they are numbers. I feel a little better about my guess. Oh well. Maybe someone knows how to repair this thing. You head to the basement door. Oh, didn't see you creeping up behind me. Why is a deadbolt on this door? That's some high security for a cellar full of beets and potatoes. Or maybe it's hiding something else, like a deep, dark secret. You shrug. Ha! I don't care what Karen says. You're funny. Wait, what's Karen saying about me? I thought we got on great. See you around. Whoops. Apparently right-click brings up the menu. That's good to know. You unlock the Mariah profile. She's here. Birds outside turn silent. You can hear a pin drop. You can almost hear her breathing. You feel a sudden urge to scream. You can't sneak up on me. Don't ever try that again. I wasn't trying to sneak up on anybody. Surprise! Found you, Raspberry. Oh, wow, it's very nice to see you, Cabbage. We wouldn't leave you behind, Raspberry. Honest. We need your help finding Potato. Our combined Chompet detective skill says he's in the basement. Oh, yeah? Do you have the basement key? No. Oh, wow, bummer. It's unlocked already, so that's good news at least. Potato. I don't get why you want to find him. But I'll come with you. What does the Potato do to make the 4 of you resent him so much? Raspberry has joined the party. 1 more to go. Very good. Let's go. Yeah, dark, creepy cellars are, never a problem in video games. Sorry, raining again outside. You feel a knot in the pit of your stomach. It's just a staircase. Nothing to be scared of. You begin your descent. It's just a cellar full of beets and potatoes, right? Right? Still can't see the bottom. Sound of the thunderstorm still going. I think that you can see something. Is it a jump scare? It's going to be a jump scare, right? Oh, come on, you have me leaning into it. Thankfully, it was nothing. You continue down. The walls have changed. It looks like a mixture of dirt and soot. I think the voice was speaking in a foreign language because to my English-speaking ears, it sounded like rusty, but something is approaching. Now we're going to keep going. Grit your teeth and keep going. What do I have to be afraid of? The sound of the rain has completely stopped down here. Your vision is fading. The pressure is intense. You feel like you're trapped under miles of ocean. How deep is this cellar? You think you can hear something faintly. That's probably not good. Someone's knocking from the top of the stairs? You ignore the distraction, but you lost track of time down here. So I'm either down, like, Mario 64 levels of flight of stairs, except going down in this case, or I'm just going really, really slow. Your radio turns on. I hate that. Strange radio seems to be connecting with something from beyond. You're experiencing some serious deja vu. You decide to continue downward. Your feet finally hit solid ground in the basement. Something doesn't feel right.
Look behind you.
Ah, that was in English. You feel around the wall blindly and locate the light switch. Hi. She's right in front of you. No, I'm not running. Potato must be looking down here. You have your hands on the wall blindly. The smell down here is revolting. Your nostrils flare with each inhale. Your eyes can only make out 2 directions to explore. The smell seems to be coming from the room on the left. What kind of smell is it? Is it like an acrid potato smell, or is it a weird metallic smell? Because those 2 different things can result in very different... It wants me to go left. The stench is stronger in this room. Small echoes make this room feel enormous. You can't see the eyes, but you can feel them. You're being watched. Feel on the wall for a light. Feel on the wall for a light. Your hand slides across something wet and sticky. You feel something round and hard. Whoop. Hey! Don't grab my head like that! Why are you covered in blood? What? How? I didn't do anything! Gross. Feel a gentle push of a chompette. Let's get out of here.
Hello!
Wow! You found 4 of us! So, Potato was the opposite direction of the weird, unhygienic room. That's pretty darn close to 5. You can't move on without Potato, though. After everything that's happened. It just wouldn't feel right. Even if he wasn't one of the original group, we still need him here. Completely disagree. Raspberry's right. Let Potato sit in the basement. He's got company down there. That's enough. Your ranking is A. A as in awe-inspiring. Well done. To celebrate, we've made your bed. Sweet dreams. Are you going to cook dinner or not? You've been staring into space for a few minutes. Dinner? Have I just been, like, standing in the kitchen, staring out the window the entire time? We're not picky. That's not true. Oh, literally anything at this point. That's not true either. What are you cooking tonight? You tell her. It's your specialty. Cabbage rolls. That sounds great. You look for your first ingredient. You take some meat out of the pantry. This meat is severely rancid. You could smell it before the drawer was even open. Everyone's noses are sniffling. You gag as you put it down. What is this? It smells disgusting. Sure that's safe for human consumption? That smells familiar. Why would you serve that to us? Maybe it's aged to perfection? I'm not into meat. Oh. Vegetarian. But, if it smells that bad, probably should destroy it. Meat doesn't age, Gregor. You grab your knife. Sear the meat on both sides, trying to get the edges, but fumbling a little. This is chopping the cabbage. Maybe adding some vegetables. That's not helping much. This meat is starting to smell better. Listen, there's a difference in meat that's maybe a little past the sell-by date and meat that is rancid. The meat was done cooking. Everyone begins to salivate. Hurry up and finish the cabbage rolls. Whoa! Karen, let's dial it back a little bit. Can't wait anymore. You can see Karen's knife out of the corner of her dress. Give it to me. Now. See, they're as freaked out as me, except that squirrel, who was very foolishly still hanging around. Karen gets ready to bury the knife into you. You wake in a cold sweat? Wake up, sleepyhead. No. Wake up. You are having a nightmare. Who's standing in the doorway? I can see that over your hips. I'll take a situation Snek has never been in for 500, Alex. I haven't seen someone thrash in their sleep like that. Whether Snek means waking up next to a beautiful lady in bed or having some weirdo shadow them in their doorway, I'll leave that to your imagination. Is he pretty hungry after all that exploring? Is the cabin that big? Want one last treat? Don't worry, I won't tell the others. I found a dead mouse in one of the cupboards, and I want you to have it. How's that for a big breakfast? You know, if I was a human, I might be offended by that. You remember the old proverb, right? Appetite comes with eating. Don't worry, it gets easier after your first one. It's decaying a little, but still fresh enough to devour. No, come on, let us have some dignity here. Can't I at least, grill it a little bit? You're gonna love it. After you're finished. Let me gnaw on that ear. Good fresh meat in that ear.
Wee! Cabbage!
I tell you, it's fun more than wild sorrel today. Yeah.
Cabbage!
Chopettes, sound off. Never fear, onions here. Like my cousin Cornbread said, I'll rise to the occasion. Always merry raspberry. This is apparently a cutscene, so I can't control the speed of any of this. I like the music, though. Apparently going back into the basement is going to be part of the experience. It's already out, so this is a little outdated. Okay, I still have the beating heart in my ear. Yeah, everyone did a great job. This was a lot of fun. Now, I know a little bit about the main story, so I wasn't going into this completely blind per se. I was at least aware of the themes and how it's a very slow, subtle, psychological horror, barring the 2 jump scares. Now, what I did think was interesting, and I might have seen it wrong, so you guys can correct me in the comments if you think I'm off base here. The Junji Ito and Guillermo del Toro are on there. Nice. The thing... And you. The thing that I noticed about the jump scares that I thought was actually very interesting, Dear Dream Studios, was that they were both the women. Did you guys notice that? Down in the basement, the jump scare ghost girl, I think looked a lot like Mariah. Thanks for playing. The Full Cooking Companions is out October 7th, 2021. Wish list on Steam and see you soon, Dear Dream Studios. Did you want to try some additional content, or did you want to play again for a different ending? Let me try additional content. Jump scare mode activate. You've already hit me with 2. And before I go any further, I want to talk about that. They were both the girls, right? Because Mariah was in the basement for some reason, even though she left before I went down there. And then Karen hit me with the weird, demon face at the last second. When she threatened to eat my non-existent ears. I hate to break it to her, but Sneks don't have those. We just kind of have these little holes in the side of our head. So let's try out jump scare mode, I guess. Welcome to jump scare mode. This mode is mostly just for fun, but maybe there's something interesting at the end. You'll have 5 seconds to make a decision. Don't answer incorrectly? Oh, hey, Cabbage. Everything feels a little different.
Hello!
Hello. Did you sleep well? That's a miracle given the storm. I have the perfect idea for a rainy day. A quiz show. Oh, that's why I only have 5 seconds. Here's how it works. Get the answers correct, or something bad might happen. Let's just assume that I'm going to screw this up and just put a huge jump scare warning up here, shall we? We'll have 1 question per room until we reach the basement. Good luck. So, am I just going to start here? Let the game begin. All 4 chompettes jump on your back. We'll be whispering the questions into your ear. That's not weird at all. Don't mess it up. Potato's lurking around, but don't let that discourage you. What does Potato want with me? What did I do? First question. How many chompettes are there? Oh, geez. Well, I'm not great. You never fully recover from the experience. Have I already lost? Really? Give me a break, guys. 2 times 8 would be 16, minus 11 would be... Okay, if I actually stopped to think instead of panicking like an idiot, I might have actually parsed that okay. But at least the game's somewhat merciful, so that could have been better. Karen's gone. Next question. What was Karen whittling? A knife! She told me. That's correct. Child's play. Let's check out the bedroom, which is where I ran into Anatoly. Karen isn't in here either. Am I looking for her specifically? Are we a couple? I'm just saying, the demon face is not the worst thing that I've ever experienced in a dating relationship. What is the species name for a house mouse? I don't know. This one. Well, at least I'll get to see what all the different jump scares look like. I have no idea. I don't know a thing about Latin. I'll just cut this out if this gets excessive. That one's funny. I like that. It's super effective. Thanks. I appreciate that, guys. At least it lets me pick up right where I left off. It's not so... This one. Jeez. Are you yelling, darn it? Died of dysentery? I'm playing Oregon Trail now. Great. Okay, well, I have a 50% chance of making it this time, guys. Alright, okay. I did not completely botch that. You made it so far already. You earned a prize. A trip to the basement. And that went so great the first time, what could possibly go wrong? Wow. Top of the stairs already. Ha ha ha. So, 3,000 years ago, which country invented bread? I think that's up for debate and somewhat depending on how you define bread. 3,000 years ago. Is it Egypt? I was about to say, most of those aren't bread cultures, and Rome would have been a little late for that. If I go too much into detail, Ditaku will get in the comments and tell me how dumb and wrong I am, so let's just move on. Wow, on a roll today. My turn. Let's keep going. Almost there. Back to that basement room. Haha. Been ages. Been, like, 10 minutes. Ages. Ooh, I got a good one. How old is the Earth? Jeez. I know a little bit about Leonard Rhine, The Monster Lurks. Is that a book? I mean, I'm seeing a lot of the what-if scenarios. The age of the Earth? Back to the basement room. In ages. I got a good one. How old's the Earth? 4.5 billion. Though that's up for debate and probably not an accurate number even then. So, end of discussion. That's correct. Give or take 50 million years, the Earth is 4.543 billion years old. Wow, how do you know that, Raspberry? Plenty of research, Cabbage. Awesome. We're almost in the room. Let's keep going. You navigate the labyrinth of the basement. What kind of terrifying, like, non-Euclidean basement am I dealing with here? You're nearing the door. Almost there. You know. Cabbage whispers in your ear. The others will never forgive you. But as leader of the Chompettes, I feel like it's my duty. Even if the past was traumatizing, sometimes you need to look past that. It'd be so boring if we didn't talk to each other, right? Does that make any sense? Probably not. That's why he brought you here again. To talk with Potato and jog that memory of yours. Yeah, I think we've had plenty of interactions with Potato already due to me being inept. Yep, she's upset again. Can't blame her, though. She would have been a great addition to the Chompettes. One last question, Cabbage? Yes. She's approaching, so you only have a few seconds to answer this one. Wouldn't want her to flay you. Last question. Where are we right now? Hi. See, it looks like Mariah! You didn't even let me answer this one. Last question. You gave me half the time. Hell. Haha. Nope, sorry. This is your hell. Wait, was it really one of the other answers? How am I supposed to know what region we're in, based on the herbs they've talked about? Where are we right now? Tatras Mountains? That's correct. Wow, I just guessed. I legit did not know. It's time to talk to Potato. I'll be right outside while you work things out. I literally guessed, guys. I had no idea. Hi, you done tormenting me yet? Made it to the end? Well done. Playing games with the Chompettes. Wouldn't expect you to be so accommodating. How does it feel to come back here? I know it's been a while. Do you remember what happened here? Nope. Of course you don't. Happened a long time ago. I cornered the four in this basement room. And all of us ended up dead. Cabbage, onion, raspberry, bread. They're still afraid to enter this room. Too terrified to come to grips with it. Why do you think Cabbage wanted you to play that game with her? She wanted you to gather us so she could trick you. We need them to stay in the cabin as a check and balance. Your hunger is insatiable. You're ravenous. And now? Now you're talking to a potato. Since you've made it this far, I feel like you've earned something. Still leftovers in here. Dig in. They do exist! The cabbage rolls. They do exist. Bet you have a few questions by the end of this experience. Do you want to solve the mystery of the cabin and find out what happened to everyone? Yes. Good. The full game of Cooking Companions will be released October 7, 2021. If you spent your money on a big meal, add it to your wish list instead. Let's figure it out then, shall we? See you soon. Why are you still here? You shrug. Getting past the note here, I think it's for you. Thanks for playing. Wishlist on Steam, see you soon. Dear Dream Studios. So do you want to try for another ending? Or end things with the comedy competition? There's another round? Okay, let's try the comedy competition. You got it. I wasn't expecting another round. I wasn't expecting another... I wasn't expecting 2, let alone 3. By the way, the voice cast is top-notch. You all did a fantastic job. I was really, really enjoying everyone's particular takes, so you guys are doing great. We get another credit scroll, because I guess I finished round 2. So that's cool. Dear Dream Studios. Every Twitch and YouTube streamer, so I guess that now includes me. And you. Alright. I was not expecting there to be multiple rounds of the demo, so the fact that they went above and beyond to entertain in just a demo, a free demo, is really impressive. Welcome to the 3rd annual Chompette Comedy Competition. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Cabbage. Today we'll be hearing from a bunch of talented comedians, all aiming for that amazing title, Comedian of the Chompettes. Here's how the rules work. Each comedian is given 2 minutes to make you laugh. I'm kind of a cheap date on that, Cabbage. The Chompette with the most votes at the end wins. First up, she'll always help you out in a jam. It's Raspberry. Thanks, Cabbage. Went to the doctor last week for my annual physical. Got a referral to a dermatologist to get one of my droplets checked out. She wasn't sure if the seed inside was fine or if it was something more serious. Dermatologist looks at it for a few minutes. Tells me to put some cream on it. What is this, a parfait? Come on, Doc. Said it was very serious. So I booked the appointment. Had a lot of mixed up emotions swirling inside of me. Like a parfait. You've had one, right, folks? Anyway, had a friend over to break the news to... She came over, had a shocked look on her face. Told her how the news was getting to me a little sad. You're one blue berry right now, she said. And she was right. And even though I was worried about being squished in a surgery, at least I wasn't being squished going into a parfait. That's my time. Thank you, everybody. Give it up for Raspberry. Up next, he's bringing the Funyun. It's Onion. Thank you. You're all too kind, seriously. My grandmother was an amazing woman. During holidays, her comedy was on another level. Dicey onions, what is this, a casino? Well, that's the way grandmother rolled, folks. They make the whole room laugh with their comebacks. One time a family friend came over. For dinner, right? And he said to my grandmother, onions are the only food that make you cry. Outrageous, right? She threw a coconut at him. Got his food to go that night, folks. Seriously, nobody messed with my grandmother. One time we caught her eating a can of beans and some onions. Beans and onions, can you believe it? Grandmother, why are you eating beans and onions? She winked at us. Beans and onions? Making tear gas for the war effort right now. Leave me alone, kids. My time's up. Thanks for everyone. Have a great night. Give it up for Onion. Making us cry with those jokes. We'll throw him some butter. Guarantee you'll see him sweat. Up next, the original carb of comedy. Ooh, cool. It's bread. Thank you, Cabbage. So, I think this is one of Cornbread's jokes. What's a bread's favorite genre of music? Do you give up? It's rock and roll. Roll like the bread. Get it? Tough crowd. Not very savvy on bread references. Oh dear. I have a yeast infection. What? Thank you. Please clap for bread. Hope you've been having fun today, everyone. You're the best audience on earth. As leader of the Chompettes, I'll be going last. People are always asking me, Cabbage, you know how famous you are. They named a soup after you. Cabbage soup. Mostly water, but it'll get the job done. Bah. My sister Lettuce once put some meat and vegetables in her stomach. She said she was a burrito. I said, Lettuce, that's a wrap. Called her Lettuce Wrap for the next 5 years. Oof. These are all pretty terrible. Love science. You ever hear of Cole's Law? Cole's Law states when leftover cabbage must be mixed with mayonnaise. Bam! Another one! Lastly, what do you call a cabbage's murder? Slaughter. That's my set! Judges, please chuckle it up. Butter. Please vote for the Chompette with the best comedy set. I'm half tempted to do Potato because he didn't drag me through that, but of all the ones I actually laughed at Raspberries. Thanks for voting. Let me count up the votes. We have a winner, folks. The winner of the third annual Chompette Comedy Competition is... Always Mary Raspberry. Get up here and say a few words, Raspberry. Thank you, Cabbage. It's an honor to win the third annual Chompette Comedy Competition. After so many tears have been shed here, some laughter is sorely needed. Thanks to everyone except the judge. Views and opinions expressed by Raspberry do not reflect the official position of the Chompettes. That does it for today. Thanks for your thank your comedians for your participation. Got any last words for the audience, Raspberry? No matter how sticky it gets out there, we'll make it out of this jam. Wise words. See you next year, everyone. I bet I would have gotten a really sarcastic response had I said potato. We're going to go through the credits one last time. I think that's the end, I don't think. Rule of 3 dictates we're at the end. And some of those jokes were any indication the writing staff was good to let the demo ship at that point. So, overall thoughts? It's really interesting. There's a lot of intrigue plot lines being set up, and they clearly are giving everyone kind of an off vibe. By that I mean, you of course, you have, this beautiful woman, this young lady, this young nerdy-looking guy, and then the big guy. The big lumberjack-looking guy. But each one seems to have a trait that's contradictory to the stereotype. Karen is very clearly unhinged and will probably kill me. Mariah is... The game is not suitable for children or those that are easily disturbed. Yeah, we noticed things. Should we do the real game or listen to the comedy show again? So what happens if I say I want to play the real game? Why didn't you pick that the first time, then?
Cabbage! Cabbage!
Oh my gosh, it's still going! Holy guacamole, wasn't Raspberry said amazing? Very blend of real-life experiences with food references. Incredible. Honestly can't see onion or bread catching up anytime soon. She's killing it. Anyway, let's do some hide and seek, shall we? And sorry for the hiccup, there was a small audio glitch, but I fixed it now. Cabbage rolls away and tries to hide. Heh, Cabbage rolls. I see what you did there. You go check out the living room, which is what I did the first time. Oh. Hi. You know, I pretty much figured she was going to kill me, but now we're just not even being subtle about it. We're out of food again. Yeah, what would you like me to do about that? Your relationship is stronger. I'll take your word for that. You run from the living room as fast as your feet can carry you. Joke's on you, I don't have feet. What was wrong with Karen? There's plenty of food in the cabin. Cupboards. Check the cupboards again. Just some lovely items. Behind the woodpile. There's more behind the woodpile. Quite a few mouse droppings. Great. Good collection of cobwebs. Wonderful. I am very glad. The cauldron. You hear some rustling around. Found her! You found me! Well done. So you're the Chompettes, you don't need to convince me. I'm coming with you. Cabbage joined the party again. 4 Chompettes to go. Do you know where the basement key is? Of course. Right in that nasty oven. There's nothing but a big pile of ashes in the oven. You found the basement key. There it is. Are you going to wash your hands, though? Cabbage almost guilts you into washing your hands. Almost. That's disgusting! Let's focus on the mission ahead. Finding the Chompettes. There's some noises coming from the bedroom. It's a good place to start the search? Probably. Great, I'll meet you there. Cabbage rolls down the hallway, which leads you to another Chompette. Radio. What's going on with that radio? Didn't even notice it on the ground when you walked in. Someone leave this radio here. Looks newer than anything you've seen before. Seems to be broken. Maybe you'll pick up a signal while looking around the cabin. Better hold on to it. So, there's definitely some things changing. I should have told Cabbage I wasn't interested in... Oh. I thought you'd still be fending off that glutton Gregor. So you're still normal. Only, Karen was in monster mode. You know what the cover says. It's only 2 words long, but I can't make out the title. Tell them what the title is. Cabin cooking. What's for lunch tomorrow? Maybe I can forage for a special ingredient. Appear nicely with wild yarrow. Wait, his relationship reset, but Karen's didn't. What is going on? Talk to you later. But I did already. Birdcage. Nothing in the birdcage. Completely empty. Don't be a crybaby, it's just me. No matter what I look like, I assure you I'm sweet. Did you sprint here? Skipping ahead a little bit. That's disgusting. What's wrong with you? Don't answer that. I'm with you, but I'm not happy about it. I'd have you join us. Nothing else to do today. He's telling the truth. Fred making noises in the living room.
8, 5, 25, 28.
Still in the number station. It's looking everywhere for you. So this is all the same. Yeah, all of this has been the same, except for my interactions with Karen. Well, maybe I'll make it a point to try to find Potato this time and see how he goes. 1/4 of a teaspoon is 1.25 milliliters, so it's actually 1/4, as in four of those. 1/4 of a teaspoon. So 4 of those makes up 1 teaspoon. So doing a little basic math in my head means it would be 5 milliliters. 2 teaspoons. So 10. You know what? That's correct. Get in here. Yes, Bread? I can do math. I'm joining the group. Well, when I pay attention, it's amazing the things I can accomplish. I think I heard about the basement door. Perfect. Chompettes, mosey out. Yeah, 3 Chompettes in your party. Same as before. Didn't see you creeping up behind me. Why is a deadbolt on this door? So this is still the same. Birds turn silent. Pen drop. Wasn't sneaking up on you, you psycho. It's very nice to see you. So this time I need to go down and head... Here it is. Fantastic. I helped find it. Doubt that. So you were trying to find Potato. Why would you want to find him? So you've met the red-haired woman? Of course, Cabbage made me. Be very, very cautious around her. If you're not careful, she'll bury you. Yeah, I don't have any other puns or plays on words. If you're ever in a jam, though, just let me know. I got your back. No recruitment quiz? She seems very excited to come with you. You throw up in your mouth a little bit. Wow. I am very judgmental. I'm coming with you. Alright, so this time I have the key. So now I should just be able to head on down and get Potato this time. Which means I need to go to the right, not to obvious danger on the left. So this is all the same. Fairy keys? Fairies? I don't know. I still don't know what's being said there. I think that you can see something. At this point, I just have to assume worst case scenario, because... it was nothing. Great! Glad I stopped for all that nothing. Rust leaves... I don't know. No, why would I go back? Like, to what end? Sound of the arena stopped. Someone's knocking from the top. But it's unlocked. If they wanted to come down after me, they could just come down. Strange radio seems to be connecting with something from beyond. Some serious deja vu. Well, that line actually makes sense this time. Something doesn't feel right. Feel around the wall, blindly locate the light switch. So I swear it looks like Mariah. She's right in front of you. No, I'm gonna find Potato this time. I've already ruled out the door on the left. 2 directions to explore. Something coming in from the room on the left. So we need to check the room on the right. You're wandering into your demise. Trust me, it's time to turn around. Feel a gentle push of a chompette. So he stops me? No, she stops me no matter what? Then how do you get Potato? Sorry, had to get you out of there. Let me gather my thoughts, and we'll get your ranking.
Hello.
Wow. You got 4 of us. That's pretty darn close to 5. Can't move on without Potato. That's everything that's happened. Just wouldn't feel right. Even if he wasn't one of the original group, we still need him. Completely disagree. Raspberry's right. Let Potato sit in the basement. But I checked both rooms! Where's Potato? Other than jump scaring me. Rankings A. A is awe-inspiring. Well done. You've made your bed. Sweet dreams. Whoa. Guys? Where's Mariah and... You guys feeling okay? Why? I can't get the taste out my mouth. Redacted. You wake in a cold sweat. I haven't forgotten about last time. We're out of food again. Let me just have a bite of that ear now. Ah, still don't have those. You wake in a cold sweat, dream within a dream. Okay, that's gotta be the end, right? You sent me through the loop, 2 different times now, and you hit me with 2 additional extensions in the quiz game and the comedy show. Surely, by now, this is the true end of the demo, right? I'm not even gonna, start my end of review breakdown, because they'll just have another round or something. Yoko Taro, of course. Alright, Dear Dream Studios, this has to be the real end this time, right? Thanks for playing. The full Kingdom Pin's out. It's already out. We'll see you soon. Do you want to try some additional content for a different ending? I've come this far. I'm gonna do... I like your style. There's one alternative path I did not take, and that's telling Cabbage that I don't want to play. You seem determined to change past events, huh? No way to erase what happened in the past. We're shaped by our decisions, but not defined by them. Make sense? Well, most people aren't defined by their decisions. Your history definitely defines you, though. Ouch. Sorry. Let's do some hide and seek and forget about this conversation, okay? Cabbage rolls away and tries to hide. You go check out the living room. Ah, you're still crazy. I didn't really expect for things to get better. Out of food again. If I go out of my way to max that out, will I have something special happen? Plenty of food in the cabin. Here's some rustling. Founder! You found me. Well done. You don't need to convince me. I'm coming with you. So now, this time, I'm going to tell Cabbage that I have no interest in playing.
Cabbage!
What are you talking about? You can't just not play hide-and-seek. Are you sure? Yes, no more hide-and-seek. Okay. I'll come with you downstairs to look for the room. Cabbage rolls down the hallway. Perfect. Radio. Looks like I find that no matter what. Time to find that room again. Alright, getting to the point. Wow. Looks like someone already locked the basement door for us. Don't be scared, I'll be right behind you. It's not even gonna bother talking to Anatoly or Gregor. Or Mariah. It's still nothing. If we're gonna do this, we might as well just commit to it. And, like, what would even going back up at this point accomplish anyway? I search the basement and I only get 2 options. So what happens if I run? To the staircase. You can feel her breath on your neck. Make it to the top and slam the door behind you. So I just take the coward's way out. You sitting down? I bet I didn't see plenty of people. And never have I witnessed someone as bad at it as you. It's impossible not to find me, and to be honest, you probably missed out on some important stuff. Who knows what the Chompettes might have confided in you. You're not very good at hide-and-seek. I only found one Chompette, me. There's no ranking below this one. You get an F, as in failure. Yikes. You know, some days going to bed makes things better. Today's one of those days. I have to be missing Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor. You know, I have to say, this smile's an improvement from the one you gave me from the rocking chair last time. You barely escaped with our lives. What were you escaping from? Me? You read a cold sweat, dream within a dream. Alright, at this point, I am fairly certain I've seen every significant deviation of the story. I don't think, apart from Easter eggs and getting all the achievements, which there are some, if you're an achievement hunter, even the demo has achievements to find. Now, there is one thing I'm going to attempt. And it's idle, bloody-minded curiosity, because Karen's affection keeps going up. But the others reset, because it's essentially a time loop. But for some reason, Karen's doesn't. So what I'm going to do, foolishly, is mess around in the time loop and try a couple of the more pointless variations. And if absolutely anything interesting manages to surface, it'll be appended at the end of the video with my commentary. So before I do that, I'm going to do essentially a sign-off here and talk about my overall thoughts, because I'm to the point now where I'm fairly confident we've covered the most significant stuff that you can encounter in the game. As said, the full game is out on Steam. You can play it right now to your heart's content. The demo is also available, so if you guys want to poke around and see what you can find, because I probably didn't find everything. This game seems very broad and deep in its applications. So, hats off to the developers, Dear Dream Studio. I'm very impressed. Now, the visual novel playstyle, obviously, you lose a little bit of interactivity because you're just playing a choose-your-own-adventure book. But, as it turns out, I happen to like that kind of thing. And as said, I'm a big fan of the Phoenix Wright games, so this was a lot of fun for me. Will I do a Let's Play of the full game? Probably not, if I'm just being honest. But I'm glad I did this, and I got to kind of shill for the team. 'Cause I think they did a great job. The art is great, the music is incredibly catchy, and the designs and storyline is such that there's a lot of intrigue. There's definitely a lot of fingers being pointed at the player character's general direction. So who they are and what they've done seems to be very much up for discussion, and likely will be a huge plot point upon which the rest of the story will hinge. As I was saying earlier, every character seems to kind of fit a visual novel stock character, but with some kind of twist. Like, there's Anatoly, I think I'm saying that name right. He's kind of the nerdy, bookish one, but apparently he's either illiterate or he can't read the language of the region that we're in. The Tajas Mountains, or wherever that question ended up being. Because the numbers station imply that we were not in an English-speaking country, and it's either that he's illiterate or illiterate in the particular language of where we are. Because one of the things that I thought was really interesting was in that last ending, Karen mentioned that they ran away from something. And the implication, at least this is kind of my gut reaction, it very well could be like they ran away from me, like I did something terrible or something. It sounds like they ran away from something terrible and they ran into me on their way out. Now, this could be any number of things. I'd be really curious to see like what the full lowdown on the story is, of course, but that said, the characters all have different kinds of quirks. Like Mariah mentioned she's a vegetarian, and I wonder if that plays into the main story because the unsavory meat that we got out seemed to have implications. Like when the monster version of Anatoly is like, I can't get the taste out of my mouth. It's something is being implied, and it's kind of something bad. So I'd be really curious to see where that was going. And Mariah was gone in that scene. That's another thing. Like, did we eat Mariah? That's dark. That's dark stuff. But that makes it really intriguing. I'm actually really taken with it. So you have, Mariah, who's a vegetarian. So that probably means she's the first victim, because she's probably the most harmless. So something terrible probably happens to her. Anatoly is the bookworm, but he can't read the local language, or maybe he can't read at all. So he kind of runs counter to like the nerdy kid stereotype. Gregor is just kind of like the big, gentle, nice guy, and of all of them, he was the one who seemed the most harmless, which probably means like Karen's gonna go psycho and do something terrible to him, probably just like kill him in the middle of the night and ask me to cook him or something terrible like that. And Karen is very clearly, the game's not even being subtle. Like, she is the big bad, I think. She's either just completely out of her gourd, or she's like a demon, or like an actual literal demon or something. So yeah, it kind of disarms you by making her the attractive redhead type, and she's a fiery redhead, all right. She's fiery as in the fiery pits of hell. So I'm going to poke around at this a little, and if anything interesting comes up, I'll be posting it after this little diatribe. Essentially consider this my sign-off. It's a great demo. I'm really intrigued. I'll probably watch someone else play through the full game, to be honest. Because visual novels just really aren't my jam in terms of Let's Plays. But if you guys like it, it's on Steam. Get it for yourselves. Support the team. They put a lot of work into it, and it shows. I really like this, and I think you guys do too if you enjoyed what you saw here today. So this is the Hipster Snek signing off, and I'll only be back if I find something neat. So consider this. See you next time. I'm getting real tired of you expecting a different outcome. Other things have changed with me. I'm not changing anymore. You're getting the same lines from now on. Hide and seek? Okay. So, what if I check again? Is there anything new? Found a dead mouse. A great gift to give to Karen. Back in the cupboard. Karen's not ready. Letter L engraved in the side of the cupboard. What a fitting gravestone for the mouse. Should really be cleaned. Still filthy. Bottom of the cage is completely spotless. Did a bird ever go in here? No droppings or anything. It's long and red. Must be Karen's. Appears to be black. Anatoly? A small box in the corner. That must have been your imagination. There's nothing but hair and dust. Better luck next time. Is this going to continue to mock me, I guess? Far too weak to pull up a floorboard. Sure it'll be repaired. Wonder if you could repair it yourself. Definitely can't. Nobody's around for miles. Found a small sock? Someone's foot is probably cold. Why did you even pick it up? Take a closer look. Cooking, herbalism, skinning, books that are good for surviving. Take another look. carpentry, metalworking, and tailoring. Books that are good for crafting. Necropsy, anatomization, burial techniques. Books that are useful in their own way. Lots of cobwebs. No spiders. Child's toy. How did this get here? Small wooden boat. That's weird. No ports anywhere near here. It's a name engraved. Raziel. What a dumb name. The name Raziel is growing on you. Gross. Really? No disrespect, but that's completely wrong. Like, wow. Can't believe your hubris.
Cabbage.
I must tell you, I've heard some really dumb things before, but this takes the cake. Holy cow, was that stupid. You're being ridiculous right now. Beyond ridiculous. The answer was 10. 10 millimeters. You know how to count to 10, right? Doubt it. I'm not even going to break down the math problem to explain how the answer was 10 milliliters. Too complicated for you. You're more embarrassing than Potato. Very embarrassing. I'll join the group, but only because I'm worried about you. Don't make Bread regret this. Bread has reluctantly joined the group. Feels pretty hollow. Maybe keep your mouth shut. Don't embarrass us. Alright, they just decided to really make fun of me. Oops, I accidentally clicked the root option. She was just trying to help you out. Not anymore, bye-bye. Raspberry goes off, don't worry about her. Let's find Potato. Okay, so if you pick the root option, you actually lose Raspberry. Not that she was a great deal of help to begin with, but... What if I go back upstairs? Like, what if I just give up? Oh. Nope. When you regain consciousness, you're further down the stairs. Okay, running away at that point isn't even an option, then. Ghost gets a lot more aggressive when I try to wimp out. Alright, you already got me once this run. Can you give me a break? You didn't tell me you knew the Butcher of Zakopane. Who? What did you do to him? Get to the room's center. Tap your foot along the ground blindly until you reach the center. You almost tripped down the stairs. Feels like the spiral staircase ascends deeper underground. Go deeper into the abyss. Yes. You wind down the staircase till you reach the bottom. Your shoes stick to the floor when you touch down on it. Smell of mildew and something rotten makes you gag. You can barely make out the outlines of door frames in each direction. Which way should you go? Okay, this has gotten a bit more complicated. To north, chill blows through you. You just feel so cold they could snap at any minute. So it reminds you of an underground cave. Hey, you know what lives in caves? Huge flesh-eating bears. Let's get out of here. You know what, I'm just going to use the rewind command. Let's try south. Feels warmer when you enter. You begin sweating more than normal. Feel like you're going to pass out. Hey, looks like you're about to get cooked. And wow, you definitely need a bath after this. I'll fill the bath for you, okay? You feel a gentle push. Alright. East. Hands run across a large door. It's locked. Open it. Unlock the door with the basement key. Here's someone mumbling incoherently. The hair stands up on the back of your neck. Clench one fist instinctually and get ready to strike. Found me. Takes guts to come back here. What, you want a joke? What did the teenage potato call the toddler potato? Tater tot. Stole that one from Brett's cousin, Cornbread. I must commend you. It must have been difficult to come back here. Your face looks blank. Have you forgotten what happened? Have you forgotten me? I'll take that silence as a yes. Oh well. Take me to Cabbage and let's get this over with. We'll jog that memory later. I'll be right behind you. Wow, great job finding all of us. We've unlocked a special recipe for you. Just don't burn the cabin down making it, okay? You unlock the Natasha's Kitchen Lazy Cabbage Rolls recipe in the extras section of the main menu. Very exciting that someone solved the puzzle. Thanks for gathering all of us. Now that we're together, I wanted to ask you again. It's been a while, too long, right? Well, we're trying to ask, will you let us go? You contemplate the consequences of doing so. You reluctantly nod. Finally! You'll come visit us again, right? Please do. Can't wait. Don't be a stranger. Chompets, let's move out. What about you? Your spirits can finally rest. Thank you for finally letting them move on. Me? I'm not going anywhere. Just us now. I bet you have a few questions you'd like answers to, huh? Do you want to solve the mystery of the cabin? Find out what happened to everyone? Yes. Good. The game will be released. Let's figure it out then, shall we? See you soon. Why are you still here? Getting past a note. Try for another ending. Only 2 of us. That's quite the feat. I'm glad I don't see raspberry onion or bread. I'm not glad. I was hoping to have a happy reunion so we could put the past behind us. You even found the key and me, yet couldn't find the others in hide and seek. All of it seems to have been for nothing again. Wrong. You put in some effort to bring all 3 of us together again. The ranking is C. C is can you try again? Can't you try a little harder? Well, maybe it's time you all hit the hay. I'm sure you'll do much better at sleeping. Sweet dreams. Oh, I thought I had skipped something. Should have never left Ukraine. Well, at least I know where they ran away from now. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Cabbage. So many Cabbage dishes here, how could Cabbage not be the leader of the Chompets? Heck, she's even in the logo. Just don't let her know that you tell her the complete history of Halapki. Diameter 8 inches, weight 39 ounces. Pro tip, for an easier time, cut the cabbage in half, then cut the halves into quarters. Fun fact, cabbage has been cultivated for more than 6,000 years. Onion. He'll make you cry, but also smile. Probably the MVP of the culinary world. Don't tell Cabbage that. Pro tip, you can peel an onion without crying by running it under cold running water. Fun fact, onions contain sulfur compounds. Bread. No need to butter him up. He'll listen to your concerns and belly aching. Just don't let him get stale. Nobody likes him stale. Size pretty big and pretty small. Weight depends. Pro tip, don't eat too much of it. Fun fact, a combine can harvest enough wheat in 9 seconds to make 70 loaves of bread. Raspberry. Always merry, no exceptions. She's definitely the sweetest of the bunch and will help you out in a jam. Size 36 inches. Just kidding, that's the plant height. Weight 0.18 ounces. Pro tip, be sure it's a raspberry before you eat it. Fun fact, there are over 200 different known species of raspberries, but only 2 are grown at a large scale. Potato. Something seriously wrong with potato. He insists you learn the Harris-Benedict equation. Why? Diameter 2.5 inches, weight 5.3 ounces. Pro tip, to peel them easier, use a knife and make a small ring around the center of the potato. Boil the potato for some time, then try peeling it. Fun fact, every day, over 1 billion people eat at least 1 potato. Mariah, age 20, height small fry. Energetic and always willing to learn, Mariah's can-do attitude is the glue that holds the group together. A lover of animals, her kind heart advocates for leaving them alone. Skill, keeping tension simmered, and particle physics. Ready to go, Mariah. Anatoly, age 25, height neither pipsqueak nor titan, fun size. Anatoly is rumored to be a worldly scholar, but that's bogus. He only pretends to read books. He never learned simple addition or subtraction, which is probably why he looks up to Mariah so much. Will you let Mariah have a taste or gobble him up for yourself? Skill, herbology, and illiteracy. Don't list illiteracy as a skill. That's a terrible thing to do. Gregor, age 33, height giant beanstalk tier. Always the optimist. Gregor likes splitting firewood, eating things in one gulp, and helping out his friends. Gregor is a rare guy with a heart of gold. Will you take it from him? Skill optimist and can reach high shelves. My waifu, age 27, height super tall glass of water. Karen will chew you up and spit you out. If Gregor thinks the glass is always half full, Karen thinks the glass isn't full enough, needs to be cleaned better, and could probably use something stronger than water. She's one tough cookie and a difficult walnut to crack. Maybe you can marinate that away. Skill Machiavellian nature and has a knife. No, I'm not taking it back. That's my waifu. Oh, it's actually the lazy cabbage roll recipe that we got from getting the perfect ending. It's pretty robust, actually. 16 to 18 patties. Rice. Uncooked rice. Cabbage. Pre-cut bags of cabbage can save you time. Ground pork. Ground turkey. Large onion. 2 large eggs. Mrs. Dash or any salt-free all-purpose seasoning. Salt, black pepper. Yeah, this... I'm not big on cabbage, I'll be honest, but if anyone's curious, you can pause the video here and have a look. Ah, and that's Ghost Mariah, and I can confirm it is Mariah, because she has the same necklace. Looks like there's more stuff to unlock, but either I didn't find it or that's in the full game. Alright, so that's enough. I had a lot of fun exploring every conceivable avenue I possibly could, and we know a little bit more about the story, having gone so far as I have as to explore. Apparently, the 4 characters that we interact with fled from Ukraine, which likely means this is a historic piece, and each one has their concerns, and based on the profiles, it sounds like their biggest concern is us. And the terrible, terrible things our player character will do to them. Possible exception of Karen, who likely outranks us in the hierarchy of evil. But that's okay. Waifu with knaifu will ruin your laifu. That's the lesson we can take away from this. So thanks for joining me here at Cooking Companions Appetizer or Demo Edition. Once more, the full game is already out on Steam. Try it out for yourselves. This is the Hipster Snek, once again, signing off.